Receive greetings from Trinity Chapel Moranga. It is my prayer that you're keeping well and you're keeping safe. There are some of the things that we are being told to do, like keeping social distance. Ensure that you do that. Ensure that you wash your hands and make sure that you're not spreading this virus any further. It is my prayer and belief that we are going to overcome. The purpose of this video is just to share some of the things that we could do as we do those things that the government is asking us to do. And I want to share them from the psychosocial support aspect, that in the next few weeks or even months, it might be difficult. And it will be difficult because some of the things that we are used to do have changed. Maybe you have not been used to work from the house. Maybe you have not been used to be in the house at 7 p.m. And these things psychologically may begin to affect us and your significant others. And so I want to highlight some of the things that we need we need to consider as we move on, to make sure that all of us are safe and to make sure that none of us or none amongst us is going to be having a need. And I believe that God is going to bless us as we do that. So when a human being, when he is experiencing changes, there are things that begin to happen in your psychosocial, in your psyche, in your mind. And when things are not normal, when things begin to become tough, one of the things that happens to our bodies is that we are either responding positively or negatively to those things. And when our bodies are responding negatively to that, we end up getting very distressed and we get up getting anxious about the things, like you have been given not to report to work and it is the only source of income that you have. That could begin to act as a source of anxiety. And it is at that time that I want to suggest 3 things that we need to do and we need to keep on doing to help our neighbors, to help our family members, to help the members of the church, or to help the society to do. And one of the things to begin with is look. When you look and you're sure that when you're looking, you want to gauge what is the situation and how are things rolling up in my family, in my neighborhood, or in the society. And one of the things that you look around and you want to provide some support is when you look at the scenario in terms of security. Security is very important. Am I allowed to do this? When the government says that you are not supposed to be outside the house by 7, what does that mean in my locality? So it is very important, and you must make sure that you are safe yourself. Make sure that you are looking for your own safety to ensure that you are safe even in such a time. The other thing that you need to check out is look for people with needs in your household, in your neighborhood, in your society, in your community, everywhere. Some of the needs that people experiences are so basic, like someone doesn't have food and probably you have food in your house. I know we have been told to stock food in our houses, but I believe by sharing a packet of unga is not something that you could suffer in doing. So make sure that you look for basic needs. It could be maybe someone needs water for maybe washing his hands or her hands. You could provide a gallon of water to your neighbor who is just next door. So look out for those things. Look out for people with high levels of distress. Look out for people who are showing high levels of distress. Maybe someone is not even able to enjoy the things that he or she used to enjoy. And they have probably communicated that to you. It could be your husband, it could be your sister. And this is how we begin to ensure that everybody is safe in such a time. So look for signs of distress in people. Someone has been calling you or chatting you on WhatsApp that I don't have this, I don't have this. That could be the onset of distress in their lives. So we must make sure that we are looking out for that. When you look, then the next thing that you want to do is listen. Active listening. And when you're listening, you want to listen to what the person is telling you. And you want to be very attentive in listening. Imagine God has given you 2 years and you're sitting down to listen to someone who is having a need. And what do you listen to? Ensure that you are maintaining a social distance as you listen to someone. Maybe it could be a family member, and this thing is not It could even get to your family members. So listen and maintain a social distance. Make it a habit that you're listening to people with needs. And probably what that person is doing, he's looking for a person who can listen without even providing a solution. This could be very helpful in our society and in our time. So make sure that you're even setting time to listen to various needs in the family. Your wife might be saying and might be communicating something important to you. So make sure that you avail that time. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 2 minutes, but you will end up helping that person moving forward. The third thing that we could do is link. You have looked for people with distress in your society, in your neighborhood. You have listened to their needs. Some of those needs, you can be able to address them. You could meet those needs. But suppose a person tells you, hey, I have been having a fever for the past 4 days. I am feeling dizzy. I am having problems with breathing. That tells you you cannot solve that problem, but there is a place that that problem could be solved, and that is linking that person to the government health facility that is next. So it is not a must you address all the problems that you listen to. There are other problems that will come and they will help you, or they will make you to think, where can I refer this person? So in linking, you are simply referring that person to a place or someone who is able to address that. Maybe someone is telling you, hey, I have lost my job, I don't have any other source of income, my business is very down, I am not able to make anything out of my business. That person is telling you that things are tough for him, and probably linking that person to a counselor or a psychologist is going to be of great help to them. So link that person, and that you do not need to be a professional in linking someone. The county governments have been giving us so many things. They have been giving us information, they have given us numbers that we could call, even for food. So probably your part is just to look for a needy person in your community, in your family, listen to that person, and then you link them to a county government or to an office that is helping people of that sort. So it is a matter of saying that even as we continue, even as we move on in this situation, we could do a lot as Kenyans, as neighbors, as people, as members of the same family. We could do a lot. So look, listen, and link. And when we do that, we will be able to help our neighbors, and things are going even to be better. Maybe the person who is next to you needs you to be able to move to the next day or to see the next day. So let's look, let's listen, let's link people. And that way, this pandemic is going to be easy for us to overcome even as Kenyans. God bless you, even as you look, as you listen, and as you link.